The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, we retake our homeworld. We retake our home. We retake. I am one.
This one time.
Haru Naladan! None shall stand.
Go, go, go! Let's rock!
Hello everybody and welcome to the 39th edition of the CSO Cup. My name is DX Alpha and with me today, but not yet, is Linglad. He's currently waiting for his dinner to arrive, I think. Or for something similar. But until then, I'm gonna be your solo caster. He will join you in a second, and we're immediately in the game. We've had some delays, but here we are, in the bottom left. The blue Zerg. We have Trifax. And his opponent on the top right, the red Protoss Burn to Trap from HTT. Trifax, of course, a CSO player. Both Grandmasters and meeting in round 1. That's an exciting game. They, CSO and HTT, from what I heard, had a clan war just very recently, and CSO won by a margin. But we'll see what these players will do 1 versus 1 in this tournament. Pretty normal openings from either side so far. Protoss Probe doing Protoss Probe things. Zerg fighting back. Far nothing too cheeky. And all according to plan. We have the first Adept on the side of Burn to Trap. The first links of Trifax scouting around the map, making sure the third base can be taken, isn't getting blocked or anything. As the Adept makes its way across the map. Barely out of Trifax's vision. Here it comes though. Sure. I heard that Trifax. Oh. That Linglad is now here? Are you here?
Hey, what's up, TX?
Hello.
Yeah, sorry about
Everything
that.
arrived?
Yeah, just waiting for some food to arrive, so... I now have food, which I'll eat after the tournament. What's up, dude?
Hey, good to hear you.
Anything exciting happen? I miss anything cool?
Not really. We have the standard Protoss opening, though this is a really cool Void Race build.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Especially while it's shooting.
Prismatically aligned.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
like the big beam. I think that looked really cool.
We burn to
And
trap.
that's even though I'm playing on low graphics.
And you can see it. Nice. These Lings of Trafex getting into the main base here. I don't think they're going to see anything too out of the ordinary. No. They see it is an Oracle follow-up, so...
Boros. Oh, just one Boros so far, rather. Going up for Trifex.
I mean, Trifex and Burn to Trap, I'm not too sure if they faced off in
And the Clan War?
in the Clan War. No, they didn't. Trifex went up against a Replicant. Young Yakov actually played against Burn to Trap. So, I mean, these two teams going at it last weekend in the Clan War. The Berserker Team League EU Valhalla Division, I believe. So, yeah, nice to see Burn to Trap participating in this week's Cup 39.
That was an interesting meetup.
Those two adepts did get an active creep tumor at the front there, so
Yeah.
nice pick off. Another queen's gonna go there and just replace that creep tumor.
And Trafex now starts to press the roach button just a little.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of queens are marching as well. I think Trafex is looking to pull the trigger here and
Yeah.
get the
Indeed.
job done.
Let's see, the Oracle might have spotted one or two queens walking out there. I'm not completely sure about that, but it will see the Ravagers walking.
Yeah, I mean, Trifex with
The
quite a
roaches are
significant
arriving.
supply lead now, but ooh, good transfusion there, keeping that queen alive. Well, corrosive bar hitting one of those void rays, two of those void rays, so
Yeah, that battle was actually pretty good for being just one bile. One Ravager goes down already. Second one gets transfused. Still falls. Biles himself.
that's
That
unfortunate.
really hurt. As the Lings walk into photon cannons, they won't be able to achieve anything.
Oh, nicely done there.
Yeah, triggering the stasis with just one Link. Nice move from Trifex. Let's see what he can do with like 7 queens, I believe. 3 Ravagers surviving.
One corrosive bar hitting the middle of those void rays. Shield battery.
Yeah, but that
overcharge.
doesn't matter because there's a super battery.
Yeah.
And the energy on the queens is draining. Now the queens are falling, having run out of energy, and that's it with Trifex's push. Who behind that did expand. So it wasn't that much of a commitment. He's still ahead in supply. As I say that, he's not anymore.
Loses 2 queens in the middle of the map.
But supply is still roughly similar. We have some Lings walking across the map, but running back because they are Void Rays floating over creep. And there's just not much that Graphics has against air, yeah. Just has to tap out. Because that one spore and 3 queens, which not many survived.
Yeah, just not enough anti-air there.
Yeah, that's not cutting it.
Well, really unlucky there by Trifex, who was trying to get the job done early. That shield battery overcharge actually put in quite a bit of work keeping those void rays up, and let's see what game 2 has in store for us.
Yeah. So that currently makes it 1-0. Or burn to trap. Let's see. Is the lobby ready? Looks like it. Can you join?
Yep, Pride of Altaris is going to be our second map.
See if Traffics can pull it back.
Wow. I mean, both these players ranked around 100 GM, so they definitely should be facing each other on the ladder. Pride of Altaris, a particularly interesting map.
Well, let's see. As it has loaded up. And on top left, the blue Protoss playing for HTT is Burn to Trap.
And in the bottom right, with the red Zerg drones. For Team CSO, it is Trifax.
Take a look. Burn to Trap taking the Logran wall as expected.
And this
Or Logran wall, low ramp, secondary ramp, whatever wall.
yeah,
Here you know what I mean, but Trifax
that's what I expected.
is taking the gold.
Yeah, this is something that I've seen quite a lot of recently, and seems to be in the meta, especially in ZBP. Zerg's just skipping the natural and going straight for the gold expansion.
Yeah, Burn to Trap probably knows what's going on. Sees a normal pool timing.
Knows there's a hatch somewhere, didn't see it in the natural, so he's gonna go.
Yeah, where
check
is
the
it?
gold here.
He's just gonna connect the dots. Does he check? He does. I think. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he has to check just with that pool timing. Just
Confirms what he expected.
Yeah. I mean, this seems to be the meta now from what I've seen lately. And it's a drone transfer. Burn to Trap just showing Traffic that I'm well aware of what you're doing, and we'll see how Traffic wants to play this game.
That probe. Bullying the drone. Actually,
Drone?
it
Yeah,
could
yeah,
get the
that
kill.
drone needs to go. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh!
There we go.
Ah, the link's popping just in time.
I think
Just in
Trafix is
time.
going to play super safe and build a hatchery with that injured drone in the natural. Let's just transfer it all the way home. I think he does, yeah.
Yeah, he builds the natural with a fresh drone.
That adept finishes the shade. Not going to make it up into the natural, but does have 2
Good
kills.
way there. Does? Oh, the lings.
3 kills so far.
Oh! Where did he go? I didn't watch.
In the natural, I believe. No, definitely
No, I can't see it.
no.
I'm fairly sure it didn't die.
Me too.
It did. It did.
Oh, it did. Wow.
Yeah. He probably just followed the shade.
so on the side of Burnt to Trap, we've got glaives coming up and 3 more gates, so Burnt to Trap gonna
maybe
use
looking.
the mobility of adepts in their shades just to sort of split Trifex up a bit. Spaces are a bit spread out at the moment, so
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how strong the glaives are, because you can't just shade from one base to another. On the other hand, your opponent can't with his units either.
I mean the only real way to stop shades from getting into your base is to actually full wall, so we'll see if Trifex latches onto this and sets up a full wall at the top of his ramp, but Roach Warren on the way, so it's good timing.
Yeah, is it early enough? Building 2 spores. Now pressing the roach button. Hitting a supply block while doing so. Shade's getting cancelled for now. And some more adepts get walked in. This time, not finishing either. But taking out a queen. Maybe second one. No.
Nice pickup.
This is going disastrously so far. Because you want to gain some momentum, and Burnt to Trap isn't doing that at all.
Well, gonna
He
force
even
the
has to
recall as
recall. Well, that wasn't what he wanted.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, the adepts are still flashing in the natural. I mean, Trifex with quite a healthy supply lead at the moment. Most of it in Ravagers and some Lings, but Burnt to Trap up economically.
Yeah.
Technically, in terms of workers, but
yeah, I'm not sure how workers translate into income here, because Trifex still has the gold base, and Trifex has a fresh natural.
it's just started the third.
And is starting a third.
Or fourth.
Or fourth, whatever.
yeah.
While Burnt to Trap, he he is nicely walled in, and I think Trifex can't just go in. Oh, he's what?
What?
Doesn't the immortal fit through?
Yeah. Should
No,
fit
okay, good.
through. Might just been a little bit of a misclick.
Yeah. So now he does expand to the low ground. I was gonna say it is pretty easy to defend the high ground. And Trifex wouldn't be able to push in there. He might try his luck on the third. But again, there are ramps, and not really that big of an entrance here, and you could try to cut it off here. If I wanted to.
I mean, the second Disruptor's on the way out now. With Gravitic Drop, that's the Warp Prism speed, so looking at some Disruptor drops, I believe.
Look at that creep there.
Wow, that is
That is literally on his doorstep. Or will be once I consider the ramp the doorstep.
Yeah. Double Disruptor drop on the way.
Yep. You will find out about the 5th or 4th, whatever you want to call it. Hello.
Purification Nova does go off.
Yeah, and that's killed quite a few lings. Nothing of real value, but
Okay, the shield's being
keeps
taken down on
Trifex
that.
busy.
Oi. Yeah, shields on this Warp Prism getting taken out, and so I don't know.
Yeah, I think Burnt to Trap knows what he's doing. how much risk he can afford to take. The base finishes. No more prison. Still in Zerg territory. And now the creep finally getting pushed back a bit. By a small Protoss move out.
Yeah,
And Trifex is expanding like crazy.
yeah, I do like this from Trifax, taking all the bases,
Yeah.
going up to 6 bases.
And this base, I think
Could
you
get
can...
cancelled.
It is a little more vulnerable than the third. Just map-wise. Immediately gets the cancel. Bunter Trap doesn't have any army to defend there.
Trifax pushing
And
up the
Trifex
track.
dives on the situation. Oh!
Bailing speed finishes up right now, and these Bailings now going to make their way towards the mineral line. Connect!
Yeah, that has some juicy kills. He also got a bit of the army there. Some still some Rogue Ravager surviving.
Yep, I mean,
Juicy hits from the Disruptors though.
wow, that one purification over went off on another 2 disruptors, knocks the shields out, but doesn't actually take them out. Trifax's reinforcements though, coming in and really getting quite a bit of damage done here.
Yeah, and it shows the bigger production that Trafix has. He can just throw units at this.
Yeah, I mean, look, the
Because eventually
reinforcements
he will
streaming
win.
across the map. Yeah, I
think.
presume these are just links coming in. Oh, I love
Still,
these.
links are links, and he does have 11 roaches in production now. Plus one melee, actually only finishing right as all the links are gone.
Yeah,
And
I
most
love
of the links.
these changelings from Trifax. I mean, that must be throwing Burn to Trap off, trying to control Zealots that aren't actually his to control. So
Yeah, now some additional links arriving. And I think Burn to Trap can't afford to keep on fighting here.
yeah,
Another nice disruptor shot, and he does push Trifex back a little. Oh my. These disruptors, man, are keeping him alive. One goes down, the second one goes down, and it's GG.
wow, Trifax brings it back.
Yeah, clean game. Like we said, expanded, got his production down, and just threw units and units and units at him.
Well, very nicely done there. I mean, he was double expanding at a stage and getting the extra lava there actually shows how many units he was able to force out and just keep them going.
Yeah. I think that was really nicely done. Let's see then what map 3 brings. Do we already know the map? I'm not sure we do.
We do, it's Hardwire.
We do, okay. I think I just need a party invite. Hardwire. Or Verdrahtet LE. God, these map names.
Yes. Oh, apparently not.
Yeah, we're having some lobby issues. Okay, now everyone has joined the game. Everyone has their race. So man, Trifex versus Burn to Trap. Game 3? Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Starts now. Introducing. In the bottom left, the blue Berserk player for CSO, Graphics.
And in the top right hand corner for Team HTT, the red Protoss probes, it's Burn to Trap. Apple juice.
Yeah, that's spray.
Apple juice.
That's cute. Cues, of course, because that's a word. I meant to say cute.
Little Roombas.
Wouldn't it be cool if the cleaning bot would just remove the sprays?
Oh, that would actually be pretty
I think that would be such a cool mechanic. As it appears into the fog of disappears into the fog of war.
if the cleaning box just so happened to go over the spray, if it removed the spray.
Yeah. This one is struggling trying to get rid of the creep. I'm not sure it does.
Fighting a losing battle.
Yeah. No chance against that. Better take down the hatchery.
Zerg OP.
I mean, that's a logical consequence, right?
Poor Roombas. Yeah. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on just yet. Oh. Burn to Trap is gonna go for a cybernetic core expansion. Core gateway expand into core. Pretty much the bread and butter of CVP at the moment. It's gonna be a Stargate. The first map, Burn to Trap got the win with some Void Raids. The second map, he decided to go Glaives, mix it up a bit, and Trifax was just able to overpower him at the end after a couple of very juicy purification overs. This game, game 3, looks like it's Stargate again.
I mean, not too surprising to see.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Oof.
That's a shame that's never gonna finish. It's never gonna finish.
Cancel that shade right at the last second there.
Yeah, it got me scared. Just a little.
Yeah, just a little bit.
He did get a scouting link. Up there in the corner.
It's gonna be a Void Ray. Void Ray first, so.
I'm getting rid of the Overlord. Maybe is able to show off that amazing Void Ray skin again.
Well, that is a big yeah.
Okay, sorry. I think the Overcharge looks really cool. What's it called? Prismatic alignment.
Yes, correct.
So then this time, Burn to Trap much earlier third, which I really like for him. I really think expanding that late cost him the game. Overall. Like, Pride of Altaris, you tend to stay tagged in, but it's... I personally don't think that's just too great of an idea. Trifax for third game going the roaches. Now taking a fourth base. Also, for quite some time, had a link there, scouting for an aggressive fourth out of going to trap. Or actually, probably scouting for an aggressive third. Confirms the third on the other spot. Being saturated there.
+1 air weapons on the way as Burn to Trap seems to be going into Void Ray production. These 2 attempts are going to finish up. They're going to get 2. Oh, I thought they were going to get 3.
Yeah,
turns.
just 2 kills. That's okay.
Wow. 10 more drones in production for Trifex.
Yeah, his drone production is pretty good. I'm gonna finish up a bit before the base.
Yeah, and it looks like Burn to...
He's walking the queens again.
Well, yeah,
Nope.
no.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Since I don't know if that's the right decision. Burn to Trap really just keeping an eye on this main base and just checking to see. Oh, there's the lair in the natural. He sees the lair in the natural. I think that's what the tags were for in the main base, was to see when the lair is up. And
Yeah, got made in the natural place.
yep, this overseer gonna come in here, have a look around and see that it is gonna be double Stargate, third Stargate on the way with a fleet beacon. So
Yeah, but we might have a
Wow.
problem on Trifex's hand.
yeah, this is something
Because these are quite a few Void Rays just sniping the main
that, yeah,
and getting out with everyone alive.
yeah, that's something that can be very frustrating to deal with as a Zerg player with prismatically aligned Void Rays just come in and just do so much damage. They can just
Yeah.
snipe down bases one at a time, and I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, to see these Void Rays come in and just target down another hatchery.
Yeah, I mean, can't blame Burn to Trap for that.
Yeah,
He sees that Traffic doesn't have any air defense really. Traffic now pulled together all his queens, and they do quite a
wow,
good bit of damage.
yeah, he's got 10 queens at the moment, so
Yeah,
another 3
he caught him off guard in the main. And when that happened, Traffic started his
Wow.
Spire. We'll now go for 10 Corruptors.
+1 air weapons, +1 range for the queens, and +1 air weapons for the 13 raptors in production now.
I'm a little confused about the Corruptor choice. Because Void Rays tend to be pretty good against Corruptors. Of course, if you do make 20 like Trifix is, I guess that works too.
And 3 carriers about to finish up here for Burn to Trap, so, and a raptor, so, or a disruptor. There's a scouting pylon here.
Yeah. He probably did see the fleet beacon and decide, well, Corruptor's probably not a bad idea against these carriers. Now, what will they do against the Void Rays as they come back? Those Raptors do fly back home. And these are some dead Void Rays.
Oh, that's 3 dead Void Rays, nicely done there. I mean, Trifax is building the roaches and roach speed at the moment. I think it's going to look to move across the map and hit pretty hard before the Scar Toss actually builds up a serious army.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good timing.
Oh, take
For
out
him
this +2
there.
air weapons.
Snipes down the Cyber Core.
Yeah, I thought that was such
And
a good idea.
he denies that +2. His +1 is gonna finish in just a few seconds.
Yeah,
It
targeting
hasn't
down
finished yet, and there we see the strength of Void Rays against Corruptors, but now the Void Rays are all dead, and
Yeah.
these carriers are in danger.
That's shield battery overcharge, not able to keep these carriers alive. That's all the
Yeah,
carriers
that's so much damage, like 20 Corruptors I think? Yeah, okay, not anymore, 15 remaining, but
Trifax using the corrosive, not corrosive ball, using, I forget what this is called from the Corruptors, this ability from caustic spray is what it's called. Using the caustic spray on the shield battery, not the pylon that's powering these cannons, but I mean, Trifax is with a 70 supply lead at the moment and taking out, knocking on this 4th base of Burn to Trap. Yeah, well, GG. Burn to Trap's gonna call GG. I mean, there really wasn't too much that attacked the ground there for Trifax, but I mean, there was really not much on the side of Burn to Trap to deal with the Corruptors and the Queens and Lings that were there for Trifax. So, I mean,
Trifax
GG.
just came in at the exact
Yeah.
and at the correct time. Got in, got the kill, moved out. There we go. I'm also seeing Daunted leaving a sub. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed.
Oh, shout out to Daunted. Nice, man. Thank you.
Yeah. So then, how is our bracket looking? Trifax will now play Xiomech, while the other matches, Braddock seems to have gotten a walkover over Control, and Christiana is playing Nikki. I'm not sure if that has started. We will figure it out, and then once we do, we'll either have Xiomech versus Trifax, or Christiana versus Nikki, I suppose. Not sure what Bystork or Enhimba are doing either. So one of these 3 matches, right after this short break. Don't go away.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. retake our home. We retake.
This one time. Haru Naladan! None shall stand. Go, go, go! Let's rock! The void hungers. Do not make me.
destiny. Flawless victory. Get over! Choose your destiny. Flawless victory. Fight! Finish him. The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld. And with it, our legacy. The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion.
Hello and welcome back. It really is an evening of delays, and we're sorry about that. Because no games were there to cast. People were playing in long rounds. Well, one person was playing in a clan war. So these were quite a few delays. But it's over. We now have a match. It's Xiomec versus Trifex. The winner of that will play Ihimba and Enhimba in the semifinals, who won against Bystork 2-1. And well, we'll see after that if Ratok versus the winner of Christiana versus Nikki, who hint is probably gonna be Christiana. Who of these two will then join the winner of the other semifinals? It's getting complicated. It all makes sense in my head, but for now, we have this match with these two amazing players in the bottom left. The Blue Protoss playing for Team Blazer and Xiomec.
And in the top right, the red Zerg drones. For Team CSO, it is Trifex. Very fancy camera work.
Thought I'd get fancy on that. Getting these observing skills up.
Should teach me some of these observing skills sometime.
Yeah, and unfortunately all my skills end once the player introduction's over. Because you can't, like... It might look fancy, but it's not very useful to zoom in on an overload like that. Go all the way out. I don't have enough fingers to do really fancy.
How many eyes does
Oh,
an Overlord
okay.
have?
Yeah, I freaked up.
Is that 8 eyes? 4 on the side and 4 on the other side? I guess an Overlord has 8 eyes. Never noticed that before.
It does.
Maybe that's nostrils.
Oh, like, I don't think it's eyes, because the eyes are here. In the front. Like that's its head.
Interesting. Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Trifex
I'm
for
not
turning
sure.
it to the side so we can see better.
Yeah, thanks Trafix for that. Yeah, you can do some really fancy zoom stuff. Like this also. And theoretically, but my hand isn't big enough for that. You could also turn on that and then go... Hello.
Yeah, I do like that zoomed out view when we're looking at like battles, just to see how the different players are positioning their armies.
I feel like it's usually the best to have the normal view.
Yeah.
I've seen streams who go like... Not just... This is a bit out, and then you can go even further out.
Oh, you can go even further, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's so... This is the furthest you can go. And I've seen streams be like this the entire time, but you can't see anything if it's not a big battle.
Oh!
It looks much cooler
Trifex
like
gonna lose
this.
that Ovi. Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of important actually.
Yeah. Kind of a big deal.
Going from fancy observing to fancy casting.
Yeah, I mean another OV is making its way down the left hand side, but there's gonna be a double Oracle open here for Xiomec, so opting to go for the Oracles instead of the Void Ray to clear that Overlord, and getting lucky with this Stalker to take out that Overlord. Oh, nice. Dead drone. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Double Oracle. Meeting up in the bottom right hand side of the map, but Trifex does have a link on that Selnaga tower, so you should know that it is a double Oracle here for Xiomec. Double Oracle though. Gonna be able to get in yet? What? Oh, catch a couple of
3 kills, 4 kills. Oh, that drone train. So unfortunate.
Yeah, a couple of transferring drones in. 4 worker kills, 5 I think in total so far, so not too bad of an early of an early game here by Zyremek. It's up to
Yeah,
3
plus-
bases.
Plus that Overlord.
Mm.
And Zyremek I don't think has lost anything. He hasn't. Nothing the entire game. That's pretty good. As the 3 Adepts finish the shade, one of them immediately falls.
Yeah.
And so do the others. That's not very successful.
The first losses on the board there. 3 Adepts, but I mean, that's 3 Adepts for, what, 8 workers and an Overlord.
Yeah.
It's a pretty solid game here. Pretty solid start to this game by Zyremek. I mean, taking up pretty nicely behind that. First Immortal on the way out, Forge. Yeah, first Immortal, Forge. Twilight counts also. Looking to start working on some of those upgrades and Trifex though. Still trying to drone up. Another 7 drones in production now, going up to 4 bases. So only now starting to take a little bit of a base lead. These 2 oracles. Whoop. Yeah, one badly bruised. Yep, no, I'm just gonna revelate on the 3rd base mineral line of Trifexen. I mean, not too much. Not too much aggression just yet. Trifex still droning up pretty heavily.
Yeah. Going for Spire just now.
I wonder if Trifex
Wow,
is
there are
expecting
4
this to
more.
be Stargates. He hasn't really done any scouting apart from that initial Overlord. There's another Overlord, as I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Overlord comes in. He's going to see this gateway explosion.
It's just
here.
a lot of gates. And
Overseer.
adding even more. He
Wow.
does see it now. Holy moly.
That's a serious gateway explosion.
Like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, got 6 now and another 6 in production, so well, going up to 12 gates here. Couple spines getting thrown down by Trifex. Trifex really respecting Zyomek's ability. Seeing all those gates knows that there could be
Yeah,
a
he
huge
knows.
warp in.
He had those roaches going maybe to the middle of the map there. They came back. Getting an infestation pit.
Yeah.
As the Spire finishes.
I don't think he'll be
Not
using
sure
this
he's
by
gonna do, yeah, probably not.
12 more roaches in production. Yeah, I mean a nice revelation there from these oracles. Sees the infestation pit's about to finish up. Sees the spire as well. So charge +1 zealots.
Yep.
And
There's
more
the
zealots.
Phoenix now.
I mean, Zymex moving in onto creep on the right hand side there. I wonder if he's looking to pull the trigger or if he's just gonna.
Yeah, he's quite a bit behind the supply, but obviously supply isn't really representative with roaches.
Oh, nice corrosive bar there on that.
Yeah, but nice force fields as well, splitting that Zerg army up.
Wow, 3 mortals actually going ham on these roaches and
Yeah, and the Archon's just not dying. 17 more roaches in production.
Yeah.
3 Ravages being morphed in the front. Cleverly using the bruised roaches for that. They do more pop. One of them immediately nearly gets killed.
Oh.
The Prefix is able to dive on this.
Yeah, the Archons finally go down. I mean, I think there's a Zealot warp in the main.
You're right, there is.
Yeah.
And in the third.
Yeah, these Zealots actually right-clicked onto these onto this hatchery. I don't think this hatchery is going to go down.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
gonna
gonna be
get
close.
close.
Is he looking? Is he looking?
Oh,
He
there's
is.
a transfusion there. Nice. I mean, that's 8 drones that have gone down, but I think there were, 10 that went down in the main or something. So Trifex has really lost a lot of workers so far.
Yeah, he will now look to put some pressure on now. Decides against it. I was wondering why he didn't try to chase after the 3 Immortals, because Immortals do a massive amount of damage against roaches, but they're not that good on their own.
Yeah, yeah. And Trifex is
But
it gonna come in here, cancel this, take out this fourth base, and right
yep,
this one
nice
down
snipe.
and get out of there.
We will lose some Ravagers in the process
Oh, bad
to
rally
the
there.
Oracles.
Yeah, I mean, this yo-yoing between these two armies is, I think, in favor of sort of Zyomec. It just gets a cancel now on the 5th base at the 3 o'clock position. It's sitting quite heavily on creep. Looking to press the issue here. Lurker Den about halfway done now, so I think Trifex is just going to have to hold on until that Lurker Den finishes. But is he actually going to get
Yeah,
that
but then
chance?
he first has to make some Hydras and then some Dorcas. And that also takes quite a bit of time.
Well,
I'm not sure he has that time.
yeah, 4 Archons, 4 Immortals. I mean, this is quite a serious Protoss army on creep here. The supply favoring Trifex at the moment, but that's 15 Roaches that are still in production.
Yeah, and crucially it's Roaches, who aren't supply efficient and are really not good against Immortals. Now the Archons will fall, and he may try to pounce on this. I think Zymek has to recall, or he just loses everything.
Yeah, I think he's just going to lose
That's also
everything.
an option.
Yeah,
As in the main base,
go.
Zealot's still going ham.
Yeah. Nice Zealot warp in here. 2 Zealots sticking to the main base. A couple 24 drones going down, so Zyomec in a really good position here. These Zealot run bars are actually so deadly.
Yeah,
Zealot
they
warp
did
ins. Oh,
so much damage.
yeah.
And now it doesn't really matter that Trifex, for a few seconds there, had the bigger army because he doesn't have any economy.
2 Mutas in production now. 2 Mutas and +2. I don't know if the Mutas are the correct unit to build there. You might have mispressed a button or something. But yeah, Zyomec definitely in the driving seat in this first game.
Yeah, he very much is.
I mean, these Mutas are actually... I think that the whole point of Mutas was just to shut down that wall prism. They're nibbling away at the wall prism, I think, at the 3 o'clock position. Yeah, the 2 Mutas do take out the wall prism, I believe. That's it. It's Oracles. We'll find another couple drones.
And the bleeding Spore Crawler
And a bleeding Spore
will
Crawler.
finish the job. Here come the Mutas.
Well,
Unfortunately, they have the same speed as the Oracles.
that Oracle literally living with 2 health.
Yeah, how much longer will it live? I don't think very much longer. Yep.
As for the Mutas, they too will not live much longer. Wow, I mean, 4 Lurkers on the way with Seismic Spawn, so I mean, there was another 12 Zealots that just got warped in, so Zyomec definitely look to.
I mean, let's be honest, traffic
Wow.
needs a miracle.
Yeah, definitely need some miracle connections with these Lurkers. 'Cause, I mean, wow, look at that. That's 8 Archons. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're not doing anything against that, traffic.
There's so far no detection here, so
Well, that'll buy him a bit of time, but how much? Because Zyomec sees the situation, he respects it.
there we go.
Revelation, and can just pounce on it.
That's gonna be that.
Styling on traffics.
Well, very nicely done there by Zyomec. I mean, those Zealot warp-ins are just so deadly. And I mean, I think that's what won Zyomec this game, was taking out that economy time after time. That Trifex actually had to commit his lava and his money to rebuilding workers. And that's not something you really want to be doing as a Zerg player, so very nicely done by Zyomec. And yeah,
Now
looks
we'll
like-
head into game 2.
yeah. Yeah, very nicely done. We'll see if, for the second time this evening, if Trifex can bring it back and seal out the win. Did it in the last game, and we're hoping he can do it in this. We'll see that double Oracle opener from Zymek. Not something we've seen Trifax go up against today. We'll see if Zymek wants to do it again in game 2. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
So,
Oh, we'll see. As this is game 2 between these two players. Get ready for some fancy camera movement. On the bottom right, the blue Protoss player, Zymek. Not so fancy.
and in the top left hand corner, the red Zerg drones for Team CSO once again is Trifax. Fancy schmancy, man.
If I could keep that up for the entirety of the game. If only.
If only. Make me motion sick.
Unfortunately, this is where the table ends, so need to take
Well.
the mouse again and move it. Where is this drone going? Is he scouting with the drone, or is he blocking something? Or is he a madman and takes a
Proxy hatch. Oh,
hatchery here? Nope, it's an Nexus block. He's like, yeah, Protoss always do that to me. And now he goes for the block.
yeah, Zymek doing the right thing, pulling 6 probes. I think 6 probes is the right number to deal with this, so
He's saying things to Trafix, which I don't know what they mean. Trafix will know. He does.
yeah, I have no idea. Hopefully only good things.
If you're Polish and you're in the chat, please tell us what that means. Oh, he's fancy. He even got the Evo. Just for a few seconds there. Zymek manages to throw down the Nexus. The drone will get a scout. Oh, how cute. Yeah, path making is amazing.
I was thinking the same thing. Brood War, here we are all over again. I've seen some ridiculous pathing in Brood War.
Yeah, Brood War is just hilarious. Try to get that, what's it called? The Terran thing. Try to get that upper ramp.
The Goliath here. is
Yeah,
so bad,
exactly.
man.
It's...
I think that's
I
almost
have
as
no
bad
idea
as-
how people are doing that.
It's almost as bad as Dragoons, man. Those Dragoons,
Yeah.
I mean, the ancestors of the Stalkers, man. Yes, those things are so bad.
They should have kept that. Don't you have Dragoons in the campaign in StarCraft 2?
I don't know.
They should have kept that. That's, you even have Goliath that's somewhere in StarCraft 2. They should have kept that that pathing.
Especially for Protoss.
Oh. I think that would be so funny.
Dope. Yeah, I mean, this game, not too much exciting going on just yet. It'll be a Oracle opener once again. Like I said, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going for an Oracle opener. We'll see if it's going to be a second one. We'll go for a quick third base. I do like this. I do like this fast expand for the Protoss. Especially if you're pretty certain your opponent's going to play more of a passive standard game, then I mean you sort of
Yeah.
taking a gamble going for that quick third, but it does give you
I'm
that
wondering
income
if-
boost for the higher tech units later on.
If that enables Trifex to just take fourth.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't think
Because
Trifex
being
knows.
equal on bases as Zerg versus Protoss isn't really something you want to be as a Zerg.
Oh, Trifex must have been seriously supply blocked there because there was 6 OVs in production. Yeah, it must have been seriously supply blocked. I think this is the first time Trifex has seen the third base. Yeah, this is the first time he's going to see the third base.
He saw it pretty
Oh,
much
did-
immediately.
Okay.
He had a link there.
Good drone pull there. Not losing any drones in the main to those 2 oracles just yet. Oh. And this game, pretty standard, pretty passive to start. Let's see if Trifex can not lose as many drones this game as he did the last game.
Oh yeah. That would be a disaster, and Trafix does take the fourth. Expanding towards the north side of the map. Or rather continuing his expand towards the north side of the map. That base having a high ground is pretty nice. Rather than this base, which has this big opening here.
Yeah, not much of a choke there.
I guess you also have an opening here, but it's not that big, and your opponent has to get up either the ramp here or here. So probably a bit easier to defend.
Yeah, I mean, Zymac again going for that ground-based arming. Templar Archives, not Templar Archives. Is Templar Archives on the way?
Hmm?
Yeah, Templar Archives
is.
on the way. So once again, probably gonna go for that. Yeah, charge lots Immortal Archon composition.
Let's see, how many gates is he adding? Just an additional 4, which brings them to 8 or 9.
I think, yeah, well, he's got 6 at the moment, so it'll take him up to
10.
10 gates.
It'll bring him up to 10 again.
Yeah. So, yeah, first Archon on the way. How many Immortals is that? 2 Immortals, the third one in production, so there's going to be a Charge Lot Immortal Archon composition again. Trifex right now. Going Ling Bane. Roach speed on the way. And +1 missile, so I like the addition of the Lings and Banes this time around. The only thing I'm not too sure of is the fact that there's only 4 hatcheries.
Yeah, he does add a 5th, right as you say that. But he's also making sure Trifex doesn't have a 4th himself.
Wow.
Or at least that he knows when Trifex has a 4th. Trifex Zymac, I'm sorry. Confusing names here. When Zymac has a 4th, which he does add. Trifex knows about that.
Yeah. I mean, the second robo
He sends a few links.
A handful. Oh, they're not
But
gonna
there
kill
are some
it.
zealots.
Yeah, that's not a fight you want to be taking. There's another move out on the north-hand side of the map. Trifex looking to put a bit of pressure on. No, I think he's just going to pull all his units together in the middle of the map and. I'm a little worried. There's a war prism on the map and it's heading to the north side. Is Trifex aware that this war prism, obviously Zymax doing a really good job of keeping him busy in the middle of the map, but that war prism gets turned away at least.
That's not as much as he would like to have had. It could have been the entire mineral line. Unfortunately, it just exploded on the field battery. Unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, Trifex now pulling the trigger, getting getting these zealots protecting the fourth base, and he's gonna probably get a kill on this fourth base, which is
Oh god.
yeah, that was close.
Nearly barely could pull back the Banelings. That would have been.
Oh, very nice. He gets a kill on this, but at the same time, Zymek warps in some zealots, and those zealots are going ham in the north.
Yeah,
north base
there are some spines. So that's good at least. No spines here. We got some links to greet him. Base is getting rebuilt.
Yeah, the warp prism for Zymek just sitting in the top right hand corner there. I do expect another warping of zealots in that top right hand corner. Lings are, yeah, I think they're going to find this warp prism. Oh, they just barely missed it.
Yeah, barely missing. Perhaps looking for a base trade, but you need to be in your opponent's base to do that.
Yeah. Right now, Trifex is targeting down the robo. He's trying to stop the robo production here for Zymek, and I was gonna say he needs to clean up those zealots before he focuses down the next robo, which I think he's gonna do now.
And there's a void right now.
Yeah, first
I'm
void.
not sure he might get the robo if he clicks it down.
No, exactly.
And one of the roaches got distracted there. He doesn't get the robo.
No. While Zymek's pushing
Link's
into
still killing probes.
yeah, Zymek looks like he's pulling the trigger here on the fourth base. I mean, this is quite a few archers. 7
He
archers.
has to. He lost so much.
Yeah, he's down to 30 workers right now.
Yeah, also lost the robo and 7 broodlords on the way.
Wow. I think Trifex is in a pretty good position here. He just needs to not die to this pressure here from Zymek.
This is all unpowered as well. I'm not sure how many gates Zymek has that are active and can reinforce them.
Wow.
The broodlords making sure they're keeping a distance.
6 is the answer to your question. 6 Stalkers getting warped in the front lines here, and they're going to blink forward. They're trying to target down these brood lords.
They get one. Second broodlord survives.
A couple of these broodlings as well for Trifex doing a good job helping out and pushing this army back. Good force fields.
Yeah, and I think that is it. Zymek agrees.
Wow.
Which brings us to another 1-1. Man, this is turning out exciting.
Yeah. Second ZVP going the distance tonight. Wow, like I said, maybe Trifex can do it a second time in a row. He went 1-0 down in the first series, brought it back against Burn to Trap, and I mean Zymek playing a very different strategy, a very different build compared to Burn to Trap. But Trifex doing a good job at holding on, not taking too much damage from that Zealot warping from the north side, and
Yeah, I mean, and then the game-winning walk in. It's not a run by, it was just a walk by.
yeah. Which is like
Because there was nothing to run by. Immediately getting 2 of the disruptors. Oh well, both disruptors because there weren't any other. Then depowering the production, getting probes, getting one of the robos. That was pretty good. So, once again, Hardwire map 3.
Wow. It's gonna be pretty good.
hold on. We have the readies from the players. Lobby counting down to decide who will move on to the semi-finals of the CSO Cup. Zyomech or Trifax. In other news, Christiana won against Nikic 2-1 and is now playing Bratok.
Christian has beaten Brett.
Actually, right as I say that, he gets the 2-0 victory over Bratok and will now be in the finals. So we're having another Christiana Cup on our hand, potentially. But for now, we'll see who advances to the second semifinals. It's the winner of this match in the bottom left. The blue Protoss player for Blazer is Zyomech.
And in the top right hand corner for Team CSO, Red Zerg Drones, it's Trifax.
I assume that means, could you please not hatch block? And Zyomech isn't hatch blocking.
Hatch Blocku. Did you see that? Hatch
Yeah.
Blocku. Sounds Korean. Wow.
I mean, in Korean we wouldn't be able to read
Yeah.
what they're saying. Except when it's like,
Yeah.
which it took me a long time to figure out what that means, because I'm on the German keyboard where Z and Y are
In different
changed,
locations? Really?
flipped compared to like American or British keyboards.
What? So why is at the bottom left hand side of your keyboard?
Huh? Yeah,
Oh wow.
because in
know that.
German it's mostly a useless letter, and Z is used somewhat commonly.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Keyboards are funny. I think they're also using something like that in France, I think. Let me double check. Keyboard layout French. Nope. What?
French
Okay,
is
the
same.
French keyboard layout is super weird. Because they have A and Q flipped compared to the English American
Really?
one. Yeah.
So in the French keyboard it would be like AWERT.
No, wait, it's
Even worse.
yeah, it's even worse. It's ADERTY. And then in the middle row it's QSDUG.
Wow. That is very strange.
No, that's not a U. Yes, yes, it is. What? What is this? Okay, French keyboards are complicated.
I mean,
Yeah.
back to this game. I mean, that adept sort of just picks off a ling. And we are seeing the first Void Ray opener.
And here it is, looking for the overlords. It already moved away. It'll catch it. Bye. This doesn't look so cool.
Nah.
Or as cool as the one from Get Trapped. What was his name?
Burn to trap.
Burn to Trap. I'm sorry.
No flames.
I only had like 5 hours of sleep.
Me too, actually.
Can't say I enjoy only having 5 hours of sleep. But that's one of the results of going to bed at like 4:30 a.m.
Wow. You were
Yeah.
going to bed at 4:30. I was up for work at 4:30.
Oh,
Yeah. Quite a tough. Not so tough of a day today, so I can't really complain.
alright.
But I mean, this game seems to be a little bit passive now. Both players looking to expand and get up to their preferred amount of bases, and yeah, I mean that's the first robo that's about halfway done now, and looks like Zymex is just gonna sit on that Void Ray key.
And we've seen Trifex defend against that using Corruptors. Depending on what Zymek plans to do in the future. He adds a Robo Facility, Bay. Facility is the thing. The upgrade building for the Robo Bay facility. The Robo Bay.
Yeah, and +1 air
What?
weapon starts for Zymek now, so it looks like Zymek's definitely going to be committing to this air army.
Yeah, and that makes me a little bit worried for Trifex, who's
Has no idea that this is coming. I mean, the Overseer is only now
Yeah.
heading into the main base, and I expect him to throw down a Spire as soon as he sees
currently has 6 queens,
formal in production.
and well, yeah, but that's it. He does see all the boy guys now, and he knows that he's in trouble. Because they're gonna make their way across the map. So he will have 10 lings and a few spores. 10 queens rather, and a few spores.
Yeah, I mean, Roach
And
Ravages,
some ravages.
Lings, sort of doing that random link, keeping track of where these Void Rays are, so, you know, Trifex, I mean, there's not much in the main, and these Voids look like they're heading over to the main now. There's not much
Yeah,
in
where are the
main.
queens? Here they are.
Oh, they're making their way there now as the counter attacks. Wow.
First queen falling.
Yeah.
Second queen. Oh, they're just sniping the main? Nope, they're not.
Trifex.
That's a few too many queens.
Well, gets
Pumping
hit
out
just
damage on the other side. Trifex knows that he needs to do some damage. Oh, gets that one Void Ray. So low. It
So
survives.
Oh, a split.
Disruptor gets one Ravager.
Decent splits there by Trifex. These Voids come back and they're going to be able to push this army back, but I mean, Trifex knows that he's pulled the Voids all the way back home, fires up 18 drones.
Yeah, that's good, but he still needs something against the Voids. And I didn't see him sort of throw on a Spire or a Hydrodan or something, so he seems to try to hold on against this just with queens. Yeah, there's no base here. As we again see Carriers. And now he throws down a Spire. Traffics, that is. So the question is it... Will it be too late when the Corruptors arrive?
I mean, these Voids do manage to just pop in and snap down that hatchery.
Yeah, but the thing is, they can just pop in, get something, but they can't stay, because once the queens arrive, they do output a good bit of damage.
Yeah, yeah.
And Trifex is 30 workers up. So he can afford to take some losses.
I mean,
Now he shouldn't keep his queens here, while the Void Rays are going into the main, which is aware now.
wow. They're probably just going to
Let's
target
see,
down the
main
hatchery.
base, no burrow for you. And more importantly, no main base anymore. Luckily that was not where his hive is. Or is currently building.
Wow.
The Spire finished up. But he's going for the Infestus for now.
Yeah. These queens do show up and they do pick off a Void Ray, so...
If he can get like a fungal growth on these, that would be big.
Hatch. Yeah.
Like, that would be really big. Behind that, and we can't forget that there's carrier production going on. 3 carriers already out, 3 more nearly done. That will really give them some attacking potential. Once again goes into the main. Nope, takes out the 4th, 5th, 1st, because it was on the way. Now goes into the main. Oh, nice fungal growth, but is it early enough? 2nd fungal, 3rd fungal to chain. Keeping them there. Getting the recall, 2.
Ooh.
2 going down, that's not quite what he hoped. He damaged 2 more quite badly. And that might be quite okay with progress. Still no other anti-air. And we have a mothership on the way. Minus 400, minus 400.
Yeah, I mean, Trifax does have that Spire, and he's really not... hasn't done anything with it.
Yeah, he's going +1.
Yeah.
He does intend to use it at some point, but he isn't using it yet. It makes me worried.
Yeah, I mean, he is up at 91 workers, so... he does have a bit of... no, it's Zymex one with a bit of a bank at the moment.
Yeah, Zymax, he is maxed and he's going across the map. So now it's the moment of truth. What can he do against that? Spore wall or forest
Not actually
being
able to get
constructed.
down. Yeah.
Quite a bit of chaos. All the ground units having to walk back for now to avoid getting wrecked by the disruptors in the bottom right, which get taken out by the Lings.
A parasitic bomb there, nice addition to what's going on here, but I mean there's really not too much here on the side of Trifax that can deal with these carriers.
Queen's running out of energy. And I think that is it.
Another parasitic bomb,
but that can't do... It can only do so much. I think it did what it could. GG from Trifax, and Zyomech moves on to the semifinals.
Wow.
In the end, I probably didn't see the attack coming the way it came. He knew that he was dealing with air, but it was probably too much too early.
Yeah, and I don't
or
think,
earlier than he expected.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting that at all. Shame, feels bad for Trifax. I mean, he built that Spire pretty early on, and I mean, in the first series, he really committed on those Corruptors, and those Corruptors were able to snipe out all those Void Rays, if you remember correctly. This time around, opting not to use the Spire so early on, and yeah, I don't think that was the... I think the call to not use the Spire so early wasn't the right one in this situation, and as you say, unlucky for Trifax, who's now out. Zyomech will go on to face Inhimber. So
I think before that we'll go into a short break. Take a quick breath. Let the players do their vetoes. Get us the lobby ready. And we'll be right back in 2 or 3 minutes, I hope. Yeah. See you.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity.
Back in 2 minutes, scratch that, back in 20 seconds! Because as soon as we got into the break, the lobby was ready. Got into the break, and the lobby was ready. So we decided we're not gonna waste any time holding up the players and the stream. No one likes breaks anyways. So that is why here we are in the semifinals. I think that is still with me. And we have Anhimba versus Zymac. Let's get him introduced in the top right. The red Protoss is placed as Zymac.
And in the bottom left with the blue Protoss probes. Playing for Team Alpha X, it's Inhimba. Oh no. Wrong way around. I've got Zymac and you got Inhimba.
We're confusing them.
Wah, wah, wah.
I was gonna say, Zymac changed his skins.
So we got those around. Sorry guys.
How? Oh man. 5 hours of sleep, there you go.
My bad.
No, my bad.
I just followed you.
Yeah, that's understandable. How? I was like, okay. Did he really change his portrait and skins on the probes? Of course he didn't, because that's Anhimba. Which, well...
Yeah, well...
PvP? Oh, wait, I'll take out my long list of things why I hate PvP. And I write casters, confusing players.
add to page
347 casters, confusing players. Here we go.
I don't have any reasons as to why I hate PvP. I love PvP, man. These games are so crazy. They can just flip 180 degrees on one purification nova.
Yeah, that's true.
A couple DTs and no detection and it's an instant GG.
Okay, let me say it this way. It's a gamble. Either really exciting or really boring. And there's a chance I just cursed it and we get two medium...
Mediocre?
No, not mediocre. Mildly exciting games.
Two mildly exciting games.
Yeah. But... well, I have feelings about PvP.
Yeah, I mean, nice to see Inhimba opening up with a really early robo, yeah. Not something I see a lot of in PvP. I don't really see early robo openers, so good to see. Zymac, on the other hand, going up for sentries. Zymac opening Stalker, and then one sentry with another two on the way.
Well, let's see what Anhimba has in mind here.
I sort of feel like he's going to throw down the gate just for the fast reinforcements.
Yeah, that would make sense.
For the faster warpins, but I mean, his stalkers and sentries are moving across the map. I think in him.
This probe must be getting dizzy.
Wow, it's such a slow warpin without a gateway.
Yeah. As we saw in the Carbot movie animation.
Yeah, it's actually a really good movie. Shout out to Carbot for letting us use their content. Really good animations.
Yeah, I absolutely love them.
Himba. Just gonna poke in a little bit here, take a couple shots.
Introducing the warp prism. That'll make it like warping in faster.
Yeah, and I mean, I think,
Technology removes jobs. This pylon is now jobless.
wow. Nice force field there, but good pickup by Himba in the warp prism. Have a look at the units here. I mean, there's 5 Stalkers and 3 Sentries on the side of Zymek, plus an Immortal's just popped up now. Against the 12 Stalkers of Himba, another 2 warping in will be 14 against 1 Stalker, 5 Sentries, 1 Immortal. Let's see. Himba pushing in here, dropping Zymek quite deep. There are 2 shield batteries here. He hasn't used shield battery overcharge just yet, so still keeping that in the bag. I do really like the fact that Nhimba's got a observer there, so he's well aware of what Zymek actually has at the moment. And yeah, some good Warp Prism Marco. Going to keep these 2 Stalkers alive, and wow, that Warp Prism also just barely gets out.
Yeah. Immortals are just really, really good against Stalkers.
Yeah.
Stalkers are so squishy.
I mean, I'm getting dizzy watching that probe go backwards and forwards.
Yeah. Hello. We can follow it and get dizzy with it.
Wow.
Not that dizzy.
No.
Actually, we can... What's the hotkey? No, I disabled it because it was annoying me. There's one where the camera doesn't go smooth, then I got bam, 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 bam,
Really?
bam, bam. Yeah. And it's annoying. And I kept pressing it accidentally. Actually, nope, that's not it.
Yeah, I mean,
Even though that gave you a good view of all the nexuses in this match, which, very importantly, is 2 blue ones and only
1 red
one red one. Why isn't it Timber expanding? I mean, sure, right now he likes the money, but...
Speaking of money, Zymek's actually floating quite a bit of minerals now. It's almost up to 800 minerals just floating around, and I wonder if there's any particular reason for that, or...
I mean, you don't need to be that tight. Yeah, maybe you should be.
Especially in the early game PvP,
But-
I mean, more stuff counts as less stuff, especially if your opponent has the same stuff, but that's probably why, because Zymek's actually got a probe heading up into the top left-hand corner. Or oh no, it wasn't a probe, it's just a hallucinated Phoenix. I thought he was...
Yeah, looking
gonna
for
go-
bases.
Yeah.
But Nhimba is 1 basing. And he will come in hard.
He's only up 10 army supply, 9 army supply at the moment. He does have 2 disruptors, so...
Yeah, how hard can it come in? Oh, Disruptor 1 gets taken out, the second one explodes, gets taken out later.
Yeah, but I mean, that aggressive blink forward sort of leaves the Immortals exposed. 1 Immortal going down pretty early on, but I think
The
Zymek...
second one surviving. And that super battery,
Yeah.
really powerful. Okay, gets Zymek a 1-0.
That's what I thought was going to happen, but the Zymek just had a bit too much of a concave there, and then Himba really needed to get both those purification over money shots, and unfortunately your connection with one of them, but it wasn't the damage he was looking for, and being down a base already and having no immortals of his own, and Himba sort of just taps out and says, you know what, let's take us into a game 2. Hopefully puts the first game behind him, and clean slate for game number 2. I almost thought that Zymek was sending a probe to the top left hand corner. Not I almost thought, I did think Zymek was sending a probe to the top left hand corner, and that's why he was banking a bit of money, going to do something cheeky up there, but it was just a hallucinated Phoenix. Tricked me.
Let's go into map number 2 then. Let's see. And Himba's one base all in didn't work. In that situation, do you try it again? You probably don't.
Thinking, if I was thinking about that game, he did have a probe positioned at the natural base, so I don't think his plan was to one base all in. I think it was just circumstantial that he had forgotten his nexus for so long that he kind of had to one base, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Might be as well.
Because, I mean, even when we went to go have a look there, he did have a probe ready to build it, he just didn't have the minerals for it, so...
Yeah, but then he could have had the minerals, but he kept spending it.
Yeah, I think that's when he decided, you know what,
Yeah, could be.
let's go for it.
Whatever. This time I'm not confusing the players, because in the top right, leading 1-0, it is very much Blazer Ziomek. And look, he did not change his skin.
And in the bottom left-hand corner with the red Protoss probes. For Team Alpha X, it's in Himba.
Didn't change the skins either.
Nope, nope.
That would be funny. I mean, we can. You would have to say that, but yeah, you can actually
Give players skins.
give player skins.
Oh, nice.
I think that'll force default skins for them, so they're seeing default skins, and we're seeing the skins that we set.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they used to do with like these war chest tournaments, where the skins weren't even out because the war chest wasn't unlocked far enough yet.
Wow, war chests. I remember those days.
Yeah. Back when SC2 was still supported.
Feels bad. No flames.
Hello, sir.
Probe just is back to the furnace, warming up.
Yeah. Imagine when they find out that the Terran have been mining all the gold here. And then the Terran Armada just comes in. 20 battle cruisers and wrecks everything. That would be amazing. Because they certainly do have their minerals.
That would be cool. Unfortunately, no more Terrans left in this tournament. No more Zergs either.
Yeah.
PvP for the rest of the evening.
The machines still work though. Nope. No, they don't.
Caster's curse. And it is a proxy Stargate. So.
Yeah, Ziomek is looking around. I'm not sure if he will find it. It doesn't look like it.
Oh yeah, it actually doesn't.
Stay out of his scouting path. There's another pylon which you will spot. And this here is out of his vision. So, here come the shield batteries for the Void Race. Which now he scouts the Stargate.
Yeah, and I mean, what's the correct response here? I mean, there's 3 shield batteries on the way here for Inhemba, and first Void Race on its way out. What's the correct response here, do you think, GX? What do you do? Oh, wow.
You need to repeat that.
I don't know what the correct response here is going to be for Ziomek to hold on.
I'm not sure either.
Do you sack the natural base, or do you just stay committed to that 400 minerals?
I mean, if you sack the natural...
He's left it to finish.
Yeah, I don't think it would make a difference, and gives Ziomek a lot of HP that
Yeah, something might just... Yeah, I mean, you see that Stalker just firing a couple shots off on that.
so that's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, as it stands, in Himba only making Void Rays at the moment, so this Stalker Sentry army here of Xiomech is... I mean, everything shoots up, but now 3 Void Rays in the mix here, and I think that might just be a little bit too much. You see how these Stalkers are just dying so quickly to these 3
Yeah,
Voids.
he's better skin voids as well. And yeah, I think that's it. 1-1. Let's go to the decider match. Hardwire again?
What are the chances?
Well, that'd be interesting. So I'm like, yeah. He admits defeat. And another game 3. This PvP is turning out exciting.
Yeah, at least definitely interesting. I mean, Nimba did go for that one base strategy that you mentioned. If you were pondering if you might go one base again, but
Yeah.
let's see what game 3 has in store for us. So far, all 3 of our series this evening going to game 3, which is really nice to see. Good to see these opponents.
I agree. And it's not Hardwire, it's Berlingrad.
Nice. And I mean, we're hopping into this one. Well, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad with the red Protoss probes for Team Alpha X. It's in Himba. This is the dog map.
Sometimes I wish you could rotate the other way around as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Just for some mixing it up a little. Whatever. Here we can rotate the other way around because here we are looking at the base of Blaze's Xiomech. So do we have cheeky probes again? So far these are just the scouting probes. Nope. And Himba doesn't like scouting. If it ain't broke, why fix it? And he's going for some cheeky stuff again. Xiomech, meanwhile, does use a scout as a his probe as a scout. Just annoying in Himba a little. While Himba waits for his chance to
Game paused.
be able to sneakily build his stuff outside of his base without it looking like something's missing.
I do like when Protosses do that, when they just they hide their builds very sneakily. I mean, at this level, people know sort of what your building timings are, and when they make it look standard and do something sneaky on the side. I mean, I really like it. That's what I like about people.
Am I a referee? Nope, I'm not. You gotta restart.
Okay.
You also have to touch the players.
I don't know how to restart.
You press the pause
Yep.
button on your keyboard.
Game resumed.
There we go.
So many players, people don't know that the pause button on like 100% keyboards or 80% keyboards, besides the roll button and the print button, actually works to pause the game in StarCraft.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I really didn't.
Oh, like I said, many people don't know.
I'm no longer in that category.
And now you do.
Thank you.
It's very convenient.
Let's go F10U.
Yeah. Well, that's 2 clicks. And Himba then.
And
Getting
a
his
proxy
robo. It gets scouted by the dog. Let's hope the dog isn't a spy.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Looks like a good boy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good boy.
Actually, were you casting with me? Were you casting with me when the dog just randomly exploded
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago? It was a couple weeks ago, wasn't it? 2
Yeah.
weeks ago. Or it just
It
randomly
was.
just
And
exploded.
I don't understand it. Now this stalker isn't a good boy. He scouted it. And he will report back to Ziomex HQ. Where alarm bells will be going off. But unlike last time, it's not a Stargate. But a robo.
Yeah, I mean, on the side of Zyomec, we've got the first Void Ray coming out, so that's going to be good if you can get enough Stalkers to deal with the Stalkers on the ground. That Void Ray will do really good against the Immortal that's on the way out, so here we go. A chunky boy. Does just look like a very chunky Stalker. One of those bodybuilding Stalkers. And Himba will start to do a little bit of damage on these shield batteries, but well, one Stalker going down so far on either side.
Yeah, the Void Ray getting focused. And can recharge out the battery.
Oi, nice, another Stalker going down.
Not actually, yeah. One went down, one got picked off by the Prism.
I do like the addition of this Prism here, just to be able to juggle these Immortals when they start getting a bit low.
Yeah, that's really good. 2 Void Rays now, still in battery range, which cannot be overcharged, but... And they have now run out of energy. For overcharge, obviously the Nexus is missing. Only halfway done. And here goes round 3. As we have now 3 Void Rays. 1 Void Ray goes down, the second one is still pretty low. As the batteries haven't been able to recharge.
Wow.
But it's not enough, and Zyomec goes on to the finals.
Wow. GG, good luck gets called by an Himba, so taps out there.
Yeah.
War Prism Micro, not enough to keep his units alive, and
Another close series. Ending in a 2-1 for Zyomec, who will now face Christianer in the finals, best of 5, which we will cast in just a minute. And Himba will play Braddock in the bronze match. Again, we'll have the finals in just a minute. Live here on stream. Don't go anywhere.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the color, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, we retake our homeworld. We retake our home. We retake. I am one.
Hello everybody and welcome back. So we have our final pretty much ready to go. Just waiting for GX to return. I think he's making a cup of tea. I'll get a cup of tea and some water and get settled in for what I'm hoping is a bang of a PvP final. The Christiana Cup is possibly could be a Christiana Cup once again. As we have Christiana going up against Zyomech. This could be a rather interesting one. As I was saying earlier, PvPs can be really explosive. And in other news, I think Inhimba has given the walkover to Bratok in that bronze match, so looks like Bratok is going to take the third place this week. As we just wait for this to get going. This is our cup number 39, And it's a pleasure to be bringing these games to you every bi-weekly. We run this tournament bi-weekly, so... Whoop. There we go, I hear some action. We have GX back at it, I believe.
Hello.
Yep, welcome back, GX.
It says I got invited to a lobby, but I'm not there. Ah, here we go. Sorry about that.
Oh, good. Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, these players look like they're ready to kick this off, dude. Hoo-hoo. Definitely not what I want to be doing right now. Oof. I don't think that'll end well. There we go. As I was about to say something, players
Well.
beat me to it.
It's grand finals time then.
And I think we're in for a goodie.
Yeah, I hope so. So far, PvP has not been disappointing. So let's hope for the best. And there's best of 5. And it's a team killer. In the best of in the finals. In the top right for Blazer. The blue Protoss, the Ziomac.
And in the bottom left hand corner with the pink Protoss probes. Also for Blazer, it's Christiana.
I mean, that's a pretty good result for Blazer.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. So they will now battle it out to see Christiana win. To see who wins.
That's what I said. It's a good chance of it being a Christiana Cup again this week. Is a pretty good chance. It's gonna be a... Is that just a straight Gateway Scout? Yeah, Gateway Scout out of Zion, but Christiana not going for a scout just yet himself. Now the probes going down the ramp. Yo, nope. Goes down the ramp. Second Gateway Scout, so... I do wonder if that second gateway is that much faster. Oh, it is a little bit faster than Zymek, but really not by much. I mean, Zymek is in the main base and sees that it's a pretty standard opener. Christiana's probe still on the way there, so... Excuse me, nothing crazy.
Hello?
No, it's just to
You cursed it. Nothing crazy.
block those two probes in. It's so annoying to deal with. Wow.
That is so cool.
And he lets it
I
finish.
can't express how amazed I am by this.
The blocking of those two probes in, and it slows down the mining of that other mineral patch. The
Yeah.
probe has to take it.
And
And a heart. No
Yeah.
flames.
the other heart was
From
by
Zymek.
Zymek, I believe.
Yeah.
He shows, yeah, I still love you, mate.
Yeah.
My probes will eventually make their way out. And you will have wasted 200 minerals. That's so cool, though. So, just get these probes back to mining, there we go. I've never seen that.
PvP, man. PvP, man. He's 2 adepts. Yep, not going to finish that shade. Christiana, yeah, expanding, and as I say, that Zyomech throws down an expansion of his own. So far, so good. We do have 4 adepts against 4 stalkers, so
That'll be interesting. The Stalker's not grouped up.
yeah, and I think this
Which-
adepts might just get a little bit of an advantage here. Oh, one stalker goes
Yep,
down
1
so
for
far.
1. In the end, I think Stalkers will come out on top.
Oh, that wall of cups.
But so far,
just
on top of the ramp, we have the Adepts not getting in there. Yet. Oh, this battery.
Wow,
It's a kill.
that was a kill, not a cancel.
Yeah. And that same moment, the Oracle comes in. And this is some good damage for Christiana.
Wow, 6 probes so far. And I mean, I think that Adept's just on the no ground, just, yeah, the Adept was in the natural, just firing away at that Nexus, just being really annoying. Now, and these 2 Oracles, so where's Oracle? I mean, those 2 Oracles are going to meet up, and if Zyomech doesn't keep his Stalkers in the mineral line, yeah, he does actually. But so far, 2 probes going down. Oh,
Yeah, they didn't really focus fire. It could have been 3. Because the first shots didn't align.
but,
Now these shots
yeah.
don't really align either.
Yeah, Zyomech with 2 Oracles of his own, doing a little bit of counter damage on the probes of Christiana, so good to see these 2 players slugging it out. Oi. Yeah. Zyomech deciding, no, not for me, thank you. Sees the Stalkers and hightails it out of there. Zyomech going for a Twilight, so the Twilights of Christiana done and Blink about a third of the way done already, so Zyomech trying to keep these 2 Oracles together. They are going to link up, and so far 2, 3, 4 probes going down.
5.
Wow. Oh, loses an Oracle.
One
though.
of them.
Yeah. As we
That's
said, that
fine though.
the Oracles of Christiana head into the main base here of Zyomech, and oh, they get 1 probe and just a revelation. Going to see that
Yeah.
something is researching on their Twilight Council. And both players going for a 3rd expansion. Pretty, I mean, I'll say pretty similar times. The Nexus from Zyomech's about,
Christiana is a good bit
well, Christiana's
ahead.
about, yeah, halfway done. But good to see Zyomech not that far behind.
I would say overall Christiana is ahead.
Yeah.
It's not drastic. It could change in one battle. Have one
One move
right click
command
and
or- yeah,
move command. Get caught out in the wrong angle. Everything's still on the table here.
yeah, looks like Christiana, yeah. Cancel on that pylon and some good micro here. From Zyomech. Zyomech keeping those 2 Stalkers alive. Christiana just gonna stare in Zyomech's face here. Take out the shields on this Nexus that's building, and
Yeah, and get some damage on it even.
oh,
And now get some
forward.
reinforcements in, and Link's on there. That's a bold move,
Yeah,
but
You're right.
he has more Stalkers, and he will win this fight.
yeah. He's got 6 Stalkers to the 4 of Zyomech, and just a little bit of target fire there, and 2 of those Stalkers will go down. There's one
Yeah,
gone,
one
2
is down, now the second falls, and he might be able to get the base. He will get the pylon at least, put some damage on the base. Nope, decides to just run away.
Yeah.
That's alright. Making sure all the Stalkers get out.
Yeah, I mean, just look at
Zyomech is looking for them.
Yeah.
Oh, these blinks.
Wow.
Christiana! These blinks! Zyomech just heads out. He sees the amount of stalkers that Christiana has left, and
Yeah.
oh my, Christiana!
GG.
He blinked each of these shots, like the first 2 or 3 stalkers. Zymek was target firing, and the moment
Not too sure why Christian has decided not to join. There we go. Christian is
yeah,
in.
might be a disconnect or something. That tends to happen. Is the stream still up?
Yep.
For me, it's stuck.
I've got it just at the point where Zymek runs away with those like 1 HP stalkers. And then Christiana blinks up and picks them off.
My internet might be... Yeah, my Wi-Fi is kind of gone.
Oof.
On my computer, I'm of course connected using a wire.
Yeah. I originally had my Wi-Fi disabled, but then I thought, you know what, let me just enable it. So I've got an Ethernet cable and my Wi-Fi, just in case one of them decides it's going to fall over, there's a backup. The only way it'll drop is if there's something actually wrong with the ISP.
Yeah.
But I mean, here we go, glittering ashes with our team kill grand final, the CSO Cup 39, in the top right hand corner with the blue Protoss probes for Team Blazehead Zymek.
And his opponent in the top right. Bottom left.
It's Christiana.
Yeah, it's Christiana.
Oh, it's okay. Look at the Roomba.
Man!
Look at the Roomba.
Sleep
A little Roomba with
is important.
a little fan at the back. Isn't that just a cute little fan?
Yeah.
Definitely not a health and safety fan with those blades being exposed like that.
But look. Making sure the map is all clean for the battles. Watching the probe as it comes in. Oh, gets a big shove by the probe. But doesn't seem impressed.
Yeah.
Just continuing on his mission. His colleague, meanwhile, they do like to clean the edges here, don't they?
I suppose that's where it gets most dusty, is in along the corners. So far, these players with mirror builds, so there's really not too much going on.
Well, you say mirror builds, but here we have a Roomba cleaning
the inside.
Yeah,
Wow.
the inside.
It's going to be
So,
a Depton for Christian.
well, we'll see what the better strat is.
Yeah.
Cleaning the edges, cleaning the inside.
Maybe they're spies feeding each other information. Could be.
Yeah, we don't know. But we do have a Stargate on the side of Christiana now.
Adept into Stargate. as Zymex the first to expand. So,
I mean, Cristiano has not the fast attack on his side, and his expansion isn't
and not that far
terribly
behind.
late.
Yeah.
This channel is offline. No, it isn't offline. It's very much online. Okay, now I've got the stream back. Good.
Welcome back.
I'm watching the moment where I screwed up the names. Not the names,
The location.
but the location, yeah. I can tell by where the camera is. Because obviously I don't have any sound to get even more distracted. And here come the first 4 adepts.
Yeah.
Finishing the shade and actually getting in there.
Oh,
Nice force field.
car.
But you can't force field with shades.
And probably, yeah, let's him finish.
No, why not? Only getting 2 probes is not really what he wanted. And 3 probes bruised. That could have been 4 or 5.
3 probes for 3 adepts. A little bit of lost mounting time, but not much really.
Yeah, it's not great, it's not bad either for either player. Need to see what the oracles do.
Yeah, Cristiano with that faster Stargate has his oracles out, and now Zymek really has to keep his stalkers positioned in the mineral lines to try and minimize how much any sort of like economic damage. There are a couple stalkers here waiting. One of these oracles getting really low and lands up going down. Wow, nice pick off here for Zymek. So the oracle hovering over the lava pits. Wow. Looking pretty ominous there. Stalkers just staring down into the bubbling lava. Zymek. Hallucinated Phoenix is gonna come in and see exactly what's going on his opponent's side. Jeez, nothing out of the ordinary, and both players mirrored once again. Nice pick off there by Zymek. Map vision on for Cristiano is now non-existent as the second oracle lands up going down. And I like this for Zymek. Having those sentries allows him to send out these hallucinated phoenixes and actually just get a good read for free on what his opponent's doing. It costs a little bit of energy, but I think the information is definitely well worth it. Well, that hallucination's not going to make it very far. So far these players, even on workers, pretty much even on army supply as well. So, Forge for Zymex finishing up now, and +1 for Cristiano's already started, so I think once again Cristiano just slightly ahead. Just seems to be like a few seconds ahead of Zymek. Oh. Cristiano with enough stalkers just to one shot, so I mean that's really good. Charge on the way for...
You're serious?
Yep, I'm deadly serious. Charge is on the way for Cristiano. For Zymek. As +1, pretty much fairly even timed on both sides. Cristiano is a few seconds faster, but... yeah, Zymek's actually got a couple of stalkers... yeah, I saw that. Zymek with a couple of stalkers on the bottom side, and if Cristiano had waited just a few more seconds, he would have been sandwiched.
Yeah, I mean, now it makes sense why you didn't respond.
I did, yeah. I mean, I was
Unmuting does help.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, I must have been on mute for minutes.
Yeah. Like I was wondering where you disappeared, man. I was just like, okay, I guess I'm soloing this game. I looked to see.
I knew I was muted for a second, but like, did I really just? Oh no!
Was I talking over you all the time?
No, it worked perfectly.
Oh wow! So
So I didn't really notice until you told me. It got a bit weird in the end. I was like talking and you weren't responding at all.
I was just commentating on what's going on,
Yeah, so I
blanking
should
you.
have noticed.
Uh,
Man!
that's so
Well, at least
funny,
the
dude.
observing was on point.
That's so funny, dude. Yeah, I mean, I knew you were still here because I mean,
Yeah.
like I'm watching, but yeah, that was just so funny, dude. That's so funny. I mean, I like this for Zymex. Zymex adding on High Templar and really getting his Archon count up. He's got 2 Archons. Yeah, there's a third one on the way now. So I do like this for Zymex, who's +2 is actually a bit faster than Christiana's. So as both of these players sort of like power up. Let's look at the units tab. I mean, the big advantage here for Christiana is there's 2 Immortals.
Right. Let's look at it at how it plays out because Christiana would like to enter your base.
Oi.
Oh, that's a big snipe.
Nice pick off.
That's
nice
a
pick
big
off.
snipe. Because not only did it eliminate the Warp Prism, but also the 10 Ward Stalkers that were warping in.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually quite a serious warping in the face of Zymex. And good
Yeah.
decision making there. Blink forward, snap the prism, pull back.
That was amazing. Because immediately after that happened, Christiana decided, well, nope.
Yeah.
Now I'm not doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
He had to.
And I mean, this has given Zymex the opportunity to catch up in supply, because I really think Zymex was down like 20 or 30 supply just as Christiana was moving out there. So, oh, what a nice observer. There we go. Gets picked off, but Christiana gets the heads up as to where Zymex army is, and this is massive zealot run bars getting planned here by Christiana. One from the north, one from the south.
Yeah, and there is not. Yeah, well, there are some zealots here. There's nothing here.
At all.
And there is Zyomex's army
Yeah.
walking into Christiana's base. Where is Christiana's army? Hello? People are sleeping.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna. Does he recall those probes out, or does he just leave him in the corner? Suppose he's just-
I'm
no,
not
he's
sure.
just
He
gonna-
tries to get him out, but Archons do area damage.
Wow, that's a.
Meanwhile, the
Mineral-
run by were extremely successful.
Mineral
Like I
life or
said, nothing
mineral
to
life.
defend here.
Yeah, but I mean the main.
But it's gonna come down to this battle here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, unfortunately for Christiana, he's sort of wedged between his Nexus and the map there. So, Zymex actually.
Yeah,
got such a-
another good disruptor shot.
Yep.
It's gonna be very close.
Yeah, Christiana
This shot
kiting that.
doesn't do that much damage. Christiana pulls far back, but Zyomex's army is dwindling.
Yeah.
And
Both-
I think Christiana should have enough now.
I mean, both players down to 36 workers, but Christiana up a base at the moment now. Zymex lost his natural base. And I think there's still Zealots running around in the main base there.
Yep, they are.
Wow.
And
Wow.
having lost the natural will make defending your base extremely awkward if you're Zyomec and you lose this battle here. He didn't decide he lost yet, because he's still trying to. Oh, good disruptor Nova again.
I mean, I do really like the addition of the Purification Novas here for Christiana. They seem to be getting a lot of free damage here, and that even though he was, like I say, he was wedged between his Nexus and the map there, the Purification Novas really, I think, made the difference in that fight.
Yeah, that one Archon is really low. It will go down.
Yep.
That was a bit of an overkill.
But yeah,
But
I mean,
overall, yeah, Christiana
yeah,
is now pushing Zymek back.
yeah, he's in a
Just
pretty.
chasing him, and Zymek can't fight this.
Oh no, not with
In
those
no world can
disruptors.
Zymek really. Okay, actually in a world where he has a Zealot run by, maybe, but nope.
No.
That's not enough.
Those Purification Novas are just so good, and I like Christiana's target firing there. She's firing off the Purification Novas and then just dealing with the Zealots, so that the AI targeting of the Stalkers can
Yeah.
then go into better units. Really
And behind
nicely
this, Christiana has been pumping out probes. So he's now 15, 16 ahead.
done. On Pfizer +3.
Yeah. And he did saturate his base, which would be his 5th, I think.
4.
No,
I
wait,
suppose,
was
yeah,
that?
he lost one as well, so
He lost this one.
yeah.
No, actually, this one would have been the 5th. Whatever.
Yeah, he's up a base and
Yeah.
he's up 21
and that's the
workers.
important part.
yeah.
Zymek is now trying to reclaim his natural. Right as Christiana arrives at his 3rd.
Yeah, these disruptors are just so good at zoning out the army of Zymek, and yeah, Christiana up 60 supply at the moment. Let's hear that's in army.
Yeah, and he can just zone out the army. With how many disruptors has he in there? 9.
Wow.
That's like constant disruptor fire.
Yeah. Christiana with the high-tech units here, and yeah, the 3rd base going down, and the natural base is no longer existent at the moment, so some great control here by Christiana, and yeah, good connection there on the Purification Nova, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can now just
kite
use
back.
the Novas, and yeah, that should be it.
Yeah, nice,
GG. There we go.
nicely done.
Christiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, nicely done. 2-0.
And so Zymek held on there for quite a while. Really put up a good fight there. I'm really impressed with the way he handled that game, and yeah, I think just not having any sort of tech. If Zymek had maybe some phoenixes to lift up those disruptors or something, but he just didn't have an answer for those disruptors at all. That's a good call by Christiana to tech into disruptors, and yeah, gets the 2-0.
Well done indeed. So then that's 1 map away from a victory for Cristiano. Or the reverse sweep for Zymek.
Nice. And it is going to be Berlingrad. There we go. Everyone's in. Everyone's in, and it looks like we're ready to get this one rolling. When the players are ready, of course. We're all here, patiently waiting for what could be the last game of the evening, but I mean, I hope not. I mean, Zymek played a really good game 2 there. Game 1, I think he was just out microed with those blink stalkers. Game 2, really played a good game there. I'd like to see him maybe try something a little bit cheeky, not play so standard. I think standard Cristiano might just be a few seconds faster, and I mean, those little victories over time might just be getting him the advantage. But anyways, let's get into this one. Spawning over in the top left hand corner with the blue Protoss probes. 14 Blazer, it is Zymek. And in the bottom right hand corner, the pink Protoss probes. Also for Team Blazer, it's Christiana. What does Game 3 have in store for us? I do wonder. If GX will join me again in audio, or if he's just going to stay silent for the couple minutes of this game as well. Oh, the lovely mute button. It's almost like that pause button that you taught me about.
Right, I'm sorry. I'm back. This time I knew I was muted, and
I
had to
was
be.
just checking.
I also have to go after this map.
That's okay.
Depending, of course, if it's the last one, then it's no problem. Otherwise, you'll
have to solo the last map or last two maps if.
Depending on how it goes. It shouldn't take too long, at least.
Judging by that pylon.
Yeah.
That's just sort of what I was hoping for from Xiomec, just to do something a little bit different. And
I mean, historically he never was like a cheesy player, so we've seen him quite a few times here, and he's not a name I connect with. Goes for the crazy builds. So I'm not too surprised that we're not seeing like anything radical out of him.
Everything pretty much standard as standard can be.
Right. On Christiana's side though, the gate is on the way. This is Christiana's probe, so nothing got scouted so far. Here are some stalkers.
Although he is looking, Xiomec is looking for something.
Yeah, and he will find it. Oh, will he? He changed the path?
Yeah,
he does.
Just.
And now Christiana knows.
That's Xiomec.
As Xiomec knows. Oh, already 3 stalkers against 2. 2.5. 3.5. Nope. Now, as Christiana, you can't win that battle.
More stuff beats less stuff, so Christiana's just gonna turn away for a bit.
Yeah, but he does have this reinforcements closer than you usually have, of course. Kind of neglecting the home advantage that Xiomec has. Well, besides the shield battery, which can be pretty powerful.
I mean, it is 3 gates against 2, so...
There's also a probe here, but I don't think that will do anything in this map.
Oh,
He even got rid of that 1 mineral. Oh,
nice.
Oh, nice. He has enough to one-shot. Oh my.
I mean, wow. Shield battery overcharge gets used, so it's going to keep these stalkers alive for a little bit longer, but...
Yeah, but that was... Xiomec did not see that coming.
Yeah.
He wasn't even really looking at the stalkers.
I mean, 8 stalkers seems to be the magic number to one-shot stalkers, so...
Yeah, and he has enough again.
Another 3, wow.
And I'm afraid that might indeed be the last map. We will see about that. Battery gets depowered. These are a lot of stalkers from Christiana. One immortal is out, the second one is under production. That is very good for Xiomec. But so many stalkers.
Yeah, that's another 3 stalkers, I mean...
And now with the base going down, Christiana won't even be behind an economy. Just taking out the immortal.
Yeah.
Now taking out the rest of the stalkers.
Natural
Battery is back up. Now it's dead.
Was back up.
I think Christiana can just walk up the ramp.
Yeah, I mean, he's up 10 armies.
He decides not to. And instead expands.
And throws a Stargate.
Oh, perhaps why not both? Expand and commit in there.
I
Because
mean,
they
I don't
definitely paid off
I
already.
don't actually know why Christian is staying back, really.
Yeah, he might be afraid of things. Now he should be afraid of things
Yeah.
because there are 2 immortals. Still think he could just go in there. This is just completely open to the adepts. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
And we have a slow pylon, just a pylon.
Yeah, I mean, Zymek really has to respect those 2 adepts. Well, now it's 1 adept.
Yeah, because Immortal's not that strong against adepts.
Yeah, and 2 adepts can one-shot probe, so...
Yeah, one of them is dead now, but Christiana essentially traded an adept for an immortal.
Yeah.
And that was a very good trade.
Yeah, and with that shade of the adept, you would have seen that Zymek doesn't really have much at home, so...
Where's Christiana's army gone? Did he recall? He did. Well,
Yeah, GG. That was
I think the adepts that we saw Bob in just went in there, so he recalled.
And then...
And Josiah Mech realized how far he was behind. Well, then,
Wow.
that's a 3-0. Still, for Blazer as a clan, a very, very good result.
They get 1
Christiana
and 2.
won. Yeah.
Yeah, first and
I won
second place
too.
this week. So, cool. And, is that the second tournament this year that Christiana's won?
I'm not sure. It might be the first one,
Might be
actually.
the first one, actually. Yeah, now that I think about it. We had the pre-season tournament. Then we had
Let me check.
38, which I don't think Christiana participated in. And then I actually think this is the first one for the year.
Yes, indeed. Because 2 or 3 weeks ago was I make that one.
Yeah.
Well then, you want to do the other, or should I?
No, you go ahead. There's no
All
players to
right,
mix
yeah.
up here, so I have confidence.
Well, and thank you everyone for watching. Congratulations on that win for Christianer. And second place for Zymek. I'm not aware of how the third match goes. As always, I'm unaware. Because I just didn't check, and I could check, and it doesn't say.
Bratok got the walkover from Inhimba, so Bratok takes third
Oh,
place.
well. Yeah. I mean, that's also a result. Braddock takes third. We didn't actually cast a single game of him. Because he was unlucky to be in games that always went ahead while we were also in a game.
Out of sync.
So, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to tune in whenever the next tournament is. Go to our Discord server to check that. Or follow our Twitter. Or do both. Even better. And then... apparently in 3 weeks is the next CSO Cup.
Is there a challenger next week? A contender next week?
I don't know. Follow us on Twitter. We will find out. I heard rumors about a new Metal League Madness. We'll see. So then, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.